Namaste, it's the Spiritual Daywalker, hashtag Schrodinger's cards, with your tarot card reading for the next full moon phase from 30th of May until 14th of June. Sagittarius, this is you. It's a Gemini new moon, meaning it's a reset in truth and communications, or our approach to truth and communication. So it's about owning our truth and communicating it. Now, you're a sign that does well with communications, right? You don't have problem like standing your ground and stuff like that. So it's more about owning your truth, and the truth, or what you hold true, and some truths about yourself may have shifted, and now you're kind of in a trial and error run of figuring stuff out, right? If the shoe fits, you must wear it, that kind of deal. But then again, it depends on how you evaluate that and how you talk to yourself, how you communicate with yourself about that, right? Because it seems kind of confusing what you were going through because it's so pivotal. But then again, you know exactly what you're doing. Like, you're totally capable of just trial and error, right? So this is going to be a very interesting reading. That being said, it is a general reading. So if the message doesn't resonate for you, feel free to drop it. If it does resonate, drop a comment, like and subscribe. I don't do love readings. If love comes up in a reading, that is on you. And there has been some love readings already, but it is about what you're attracting, what you're manifesting, right? And I don't want you to attract something just because I say so, because life is a self-fulfilling prophecy. That's exactly the magic of it. So what I do read is the energy that you're coming out of, that you are in, and that you're moving into, to be better prepared for whatever transition you are in, right? So let's get right into it. See what you're coming out of, Sagittarius. You're coming out of the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords in reverse is in your past, meaning you've been holding on to a lot of belief systems that you deemed important to, just pull through shit. You've been trying to hold on to what you think is true, but you're coming out of that energy, because that is, what's a strong energy, right? 8 is abundance, and swords are mind energy. Air, mind energy. So it's an abundance of thoughts that are roaming around in your mind, and some of which are like worthy of being entertained, some of which are kind of blinding you to what has shifted. This is your past though. You are in the energy of a 10 of Wands in reverse. There is so much on your plate, isn't it? So many things, desires, temptations, but also like passions that you want to pursue. It's like, okay, what the fuck am I doing here, right? Like, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do him, I want to do her. It's like all of it, right? And it's just a lot. It's really a lot. But this is kind of this trial and error system I'm talking about that you're going out of right now. You're either struggling with the energy or you're kind of sick of it. And it's a mixture of both right there. I'm very curious for the clarifications, what this means in particular. Like, what's the connotation of this, right? Well, you're moving into an energy of death. Something is going to leave you. Not someone in particular, some energy of that Eight of Swords in the past, some mindsets, like the mindsets that built the basis for you moving into that 10 of Wands energy, that taken on so much, working with so much fire energy, with so much passion, because Wands is fire energy. And the funny thing, Wands literally kind of translates into wants with a T. So it is about what you want, what you desire, and kind of, well, 10 is the full cycle. It's like everything's on the table, now take a pick. Take a pick what you truly desire right there. And everything else is going to die. And it's going to make way for better things, or for the things you already want to entertain, you actually are into, to expand, right? To have more space in your life, more room to expand. So that's very freaking cool, right? Because death is a beautiful card. It's a Scorpio energy also. Yeah, I know you like Scorpio, Sagittarius. I know you like them because like they're cutting to the chase, right? And they're emotionally equipped to deal with you. That is so cool. So it can be a Scorpio energy that is kind of setting your head straight in the future. Doesn't have to be though. It's more like some things are going to leave you that are just filling you up in a way that is not leaving room for anything else. And that death card is basically saying you're transitioning into having more space for what you truly desire. So let's see what the overall energy for the reading is. The King of Wands in reverse. Well, you stop, just like you are that fire energy. That King of Wands is very much you, right? The downside of the King of Wands, however, is he can be a little pretentious. He pretends that he's got it all under control and is like, yeah, of course, let's do it, you know? And then really there is something profoundly shifting inside him that he is maybe acknowledging but not communicating to the outside. Maybe not even acknowledging to himself, communicating to himself. That's what I said in the beginning, right? It's like you got to be honest about what you truly desire. And there's so much desire right here that is kind of like, yeah, you can have it all actually, but you wouldn't want to, right? Because it's so freaking much. So let's see in the clarifications how this turns out. Coming from an Eight of Swords in reverse that is clarified by a Four of Coins. A Four of Swords and a Nine of Swords in reverse. So yeah, you've been in your head about what you need to gain in your reality, right? It's not even about love, it's really about what you want to do with your life. And this Four of Coins is like, it is rich, something worked out in the past, very good, right? Very well. But however, it's still a little controlling and conservative, holding on to some things that worked, right? It's like we're doing this as always because that's what worked in the past, so we keep on doing this. It kind of closes you though to, well, to something different, right? To something else that could grow in your reality. And these Four of Coins, they are read together with the Nine of Swords. They build a pair right here. And the Nine of Swords in reverse is like you're getting out of your head about stuff. Getting out of your head about having to generate wealth, right? You're trying a different approach now. And the Four of Swords is like you've been through a tough time. You've been holding on to some belief systems that carried you a long way. They did, right? It's cool. It's like you're hanging in there with this kind of energy. That is actually a good energy, but it's crossing that Four of Coins. So it's tough to get out of your head about this idea of never touching a running system when you actually have to pull through stuff, right? And it's like, yeah, but I can't let go now because, well, who's going to bring in the money, right? Who's going to bring in the security, right? What do I do if I lose this? Stuff like that, right? So this is that kind of energy, and that's clarifying the Eight of Swords in reverse. So you're struggling with like a lot of things on your mind, and you're coming out of that, or that's what you came out of. A lot of things on your mind around how to not only generate, but rather maintain empiric stability, maintain that wealth in your life, right? And now you kind of decided to get out of your head about it and move in more into passion, more using that fire energy to propel you forward. But it's a lot. Like 10 of Wands is a lot of fire energy that is not like this. It's overwhelming, right? And it's so overwhelming that it blocks you. The Eight of Coins in reverse means you want to put in the work, but it's delayed, right? And so the 10 of Wands, it kind of blocks you to put in the work where you actually wanted to go. And there's the Devil card. Well, indulgence, right? Something toxic. Yeah, maybe it's over partying, right? Maybe it's indulging in life that is kind of distracting you from what you actually want to achieve here. That could be it. But it's definitely something toxic that you're dealing with. And since you're coming from so much mind energy, so much thoughts you've been struggling with, it's probably a belief system you haven't quite let go yet, or that hasn't let go of you, that is keeping you in this feeling of stagnation, right? Because you're looking for something to invest your passion in, invest your resources, your natural resources in, right? Three of Cups in reverse is like, yeah, well, there just hasn't been the right community for it, right? Three of Cups is a card of communication and community, and it's in reverse. So the Eight of Coins in reverse and the Three of Cups in reverse is like, yeah, you've been wanting to like work on something, you've been learning or new crafts and stuff, but you're still looking for a community to support it, or someone to share your feelings with and bounce shit off of, so you get more clarity about this Ten of Wands stuff, about what you truly want, or maybe someone to tell you where your behavior is toxic, where your mindsets are toxic, with that Devil right there. And that is an interesting energy to be in. Like, it feels like you feel kind of stuck right now. You feel kind of stuck in between everything. And then there's that Devil in the middle you're kind of holding on to, because it's the only card where something is happening right here. Everything else is in reverse. And the Devil is a feeling of, at least something is happening, and a lot is happening. It's like, okay, let's go, give them hell, right? That's cool. But that makes it even harder to, to define what you actually want to do. And it seems like there's something you have to let go of in the future. And I'm not the one to tell you, stop indulging, go live a healthy lifestyle, blah, 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 blah. It's like, well, life is not exactly healthy, because at the end there's always death, right? I'm here to live life, and that is something beautiful, I think. So the Devil card is not a bad card. It's like there is something that is distracting you from what you achieve, though, and that is something to work on, right? Let's see, the Death card in the future is like, oh, it takes a lot out of you. The Sun in reverse. Sun has been coming up in reverse a lot. Interesting. The Ace of Coins. Cool. And the Ace of Swords in reverse. Yeah, well, still lacking that insight, huh? What is it? What is it that you do want to invest time, money, and resources in, and especially passion? What is it that really gets you passionate about creating that new beginning in empirical stability? Because like this Ace of Coins, it is not only a new project, but it feels like a new way of doing things, a new way of generating wealth in your life, right? And somehow it is like in brackets, right? Because that Sun in reverse and that Ace of Swords in reverse is like, you're lacking clarity, and that's why it's so tough, right? That's why it's like, and that's the energy you're moving into. So you're moving into having to let something go, and you're not seeing the truth about it. That's why it's taken so much energy from you. So like, the longer you hold on to something that is supposed to leave you, the more energy you use, yet you burn basically for none, right? Because it will leave you. You cannot hold on to it. The more energy you put into something that is supposed to leave you, well, the less energy you have left, right? It's not giving you back, it's leaving you. It's making room for something bigger to come in with that Ace of Coins. And that's what you're actually looking for right here. And it's a good reading. Like, don't get me wrong, this is very beautiful. Like, you're coming out of your head, and then you're kind of a little lost in all your passion, and, well, dancing with the Devil right there. You know you have to work, you just don't know with whom, on what, and for making space for something new to come in with this Ace of Coins, which is totally in your cards. Like there is some new project or some like new approach to manifestation coming in. It's just surrounded by a little like Ace of Swords in reverse. It's like there's something you don't know yet, some truth missing, or rather some clarity missing. But the clarity is going to come once the toxicity leaves you. And that's when it hits you. It's like, there's that King of Wands energy. Suddenly it's upright, right? The moment you realize whatever it is that has to leave you, it has to leave you. That is interesting. Let's see one more card for from the universe to advise you. Well, yeah, the Moon in reverse, which is cool. The Moon is a good card to have in reverse because it means that something is coming to light. So be aware, something is coming to light, maybe about your subconscious belief, right? Some residue of all those swords in the past that is going to give you some clarity on how to go about this. That is interesting. The Moon in reverse is like, yeah, you're gonna know in time. You're gonna know in time, definitely. There's not so much you can actually do, but be honest about what is happening. And that's a very beautiful energy right there. It is. It really is. Like you're coming from an energy of knowing that you have to do something differently, and there's a lot of thoughts in your mind, and then you suddenly switch into full passion mode, full fire energy. Like 10 of Wands is like, okay, we'll try it all and then we'll see what sticks, right? But it kind of blocks you from generating that wealth with the 8 of Coins, right? You want to learn something new, but you cannot focus because there's so much going on, right? So instead of focusing, you're distracting yourself with the devil, which is like, it's fun, right? Dancing with the devil is fun right there. Problem is, 3 of Cups means kind of, yeah, it's not exactly the right people to solve your problem that you're dancing with, right? Or the right situations, whatever. You have to communicate your feelings to be able to know where you want to go, right? And the King of Wands right here is like, yeah, I got this. I got it all under control. It's like, shit, you got, right? You're taking on so much. Nothing is under control here, really. You're just letting loose. That is good. That is really good. Because you have to let loose with that Death card you're moving into. Something will leave you. And I believe it's a mindset that is deeply rooted within you. Like this is a card also like, I'm getting dreams right here. It's like something is gonna hit you like, shit, I've always been doing this because this and that. Why the fuck? No, I don't want to do this anymore, right? I'm not giving energy to this anymore. And that's not even the devil. It's not like you are indulging in toxic things and that's why you don't see the truth. No. It is, you don't see the truth. That's why you're distracting yourself for not like, to fill the void basically, right? Because it very much seems like a void right now. It's like, shit, nothing is working. I don't feel like my feelings are really like being acknowledged or there's no exchange that I really need and value. There are a lot of exchanges, I guess. You're Sagittarius, like things are just, going your way if you want them to. Is like, that's cool. There's something missing though. You think, that's a funny thing. You think there's something missing, but actually there's something too much. Something in your subconscious that is so profoundly fucking your mindset up that you don't know how to manifest that which you truly desire. But it's gonna leave you. That's why the Death card is a beautiful card. It's like, it's nothing you have to do. At a certain point, you're just like, hey, maybe I can do something completely different with my life. That's that Ace of Coins right there. It's that thought. It's like, yeah, why not Just switch it up completely. Could be it, right? But how? The Ace of Swords and the Sun in reverse, like, yeah, but how? Well, the advice card says, you're going to know in time. Something is coming to light. And I feel like something is coming to light about your subconscious belief system that is causing this confusion. Because you always thought, like, work has to be hard or whatever. Or, you know, well, you'll have to do this in time or that happens, blah, 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 blah. It's like, yeah, but no. Timing is divine, right? You don't control the timing. The timing controls you, and you go with the flow. And that's what you need to do right now, is going with the flow. I feel like I have to pull one more card for that moon, right? Just to see what is up. Yeah, there's that Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is exactly the direction you're looking for, and a direction that is coming from passion, and not some belief systems you were holding on in the past. Like, the Two of Wands is exactly that direction you were looking for, right? That's exactly what's going to turn it around. So what's going to come to light is something you're actually passionate about, which is finally giving you that purpose to, like, stop dancing with the devil, knowing what to work on, stop wasting your energy on stuff, right? On holding on to something that is supposed to leave you. Like that Two of Wands, like suddenly is going to come some realization about what you always liked, and it's like an abstract thing. Like, it's not a profession like, oh, I always wanted to be a baker. No. It's more like, hey, I always liked talking to people. That's why I was in sales or whatever. But actually, there's a lot of ways for me to be able to talk to people. So what are my options of doing just that? Talking to people, and then finding out what way you're going to go, right? But that's exactly it. That's when with the Death card, that's when a mindset that hardened up over time loses you or lets go of you, and you open up to, like, hey, what if I see it conceptually? What if I see just the abstract of it? Why have I done what I did? What's the purpose, like, and what did I like about it actually? And then how do we recycle that in a purposeful new way, right? That is beautiful. So you have made some crucial decisions of rearranging your mind. Like, you, with open eye, went into healing, but still there's some indulgence because it feels like it's not working yet. But it is working. You are manifesting that the shit that you don't need anymore is leaving you. And then, out of nowhere, out of subconscious, the moon, that Two of Wands pops up, and it's going to flip your King of Wands right side up. That's perfect. That is really fucking perfect. You are in a beautiful energy of, like, still in that trial and error mode, right? But it's going to clear up pretty soon, and whatever is leaving you, supposed to leave you, just let it flow. Just the way you flow into things, let things flow out of you, right? And there's going to be some more space to let that passion really grow and, like, give you an insight about what your true passion is and always was. It was just cluttered in mind energy. It was just cluttered in old paradigm. But it's there. Your passion is there. You decipher it in a conceptual way and let everything else just fade away that was adding to this old paradigm, right? And then that devil is going to leave you, right? The moment you feel purpose in your life, that's the moment when you don't need to numb yourself anymore. And for now, dancing with the devil, quite a cool thing. It is, right? It is. So be aware, something's going to leave you that left you hanging, right? And that makes room for something to pop up back into your consciousness that's going to show you the way of how you feel proud of yourself again with that King of Wands, right? And really, really fucking proud. Not just pretending like you got it all in control. No, like really freaking proud of yourself and just going for it. The moment you feel like, the moment that Two of Wands becomes conscious in your mind, that's when you're like, oh, I'm the King of Wands. I can do it. I'm just going for it. That's exactly it. It's a lovely energy to be in. It seems a little tough, but it seems like a lot of fun. It's like, okay, it's not working out, but you're kind of moving that to the back of your head and just dancing with the devil until something's going to change. And you're moving into an energy where things are going to change. Just don't waste your energy on bullshit, and something's going to pop up into your awareness. Beautiful, beautiful. Enjoy that energy. Every card is a good card. Every development is just in your favor, in your highest interest, right? So own that development. Is going to be more than fine. It's going to be pivotal. Beautiful. Thank you, Sagittarius. If that resonated with you, feel free to drop a comment, drop me a DM, whatever, right? I'd love to hear from you, get some feedback. Follow me around Bali on my journey and at the Spiritual Daywalker on Instagram. And yeah, enjoy your time on this earth. Love you.